back with the Dragonfly Dreams bundle again today. This is the second video in the series. So to see the first video, you can look for it on my YouTube channel or head on over to my blog. So in today's video, I want to share with you all the different products that coordinate with this stamp set and with this set of framelits. So first of all, I am going to start with the card. We're going to create this in the video today. So I wanted you to just take a good look. I've got some of the product from the Occasions catalog on this card. So let's get started with this Hexagon Embossing Folder, and that's going to be over here on page 46, and it's the Urban Underground Suite. And if you look, you can see the embossing folder right here. So this beautiful Hexagon embossing folder just goes so perfectly with the Dragonfly Dreams Stamp Set. Now also, see the little hexagons down here? And I'll zoom in so you can see them. Those hexagons can be found on the Urban Underground page as well, but I particularly thought these were great for embellishing the card with. Also, you can look in our celebration brochure, and you'll notice up here we've got inside the lines designer paper. So let me show you what they look like, because they would look beautifully with the stamp set. So we've got this sheet right here, and you can see the dragonfly. And then we have this sheet, another dragonfly. These sheets come 12 by 12, and they are free with a $50 purchase. You're going to notice the little bee here sitting on the flowers. And then this is the fourth sheet that comes in it, and this is all flowers. But you could certainly use it with the dragonfly as well as the bumblebee. So this is one of the celebration inside the lines. And then over here in our annual catalog, I want you to look at the Moroccan Designer Series paper. This piece right here, it perfectly goes with the Dragonfly Dreams set. So let me show you up close what that looks like. This is the designer paper, and this is the Moroccan designer paper, and this is actually all I have left of it. So this will give you an idea, some other coordinating products that you can use with Dragonfly Dreams. I also want to share a few stamp sets that go beautifully with the Dragonfly Dreams as well. So this one is Gorgeous Grunge, which we're actually going to use in today's card. We're going to use this piece right here. Timeless Textures, another really awesome set to use. And Delicate Details, and this is a celebration item as well, available in 2017. So with a $50 purchase, you could order this as well. Now we're ready to make this cute little card with the bumblebee. So let me show you the supplies that we're going to use. We'll be using Dragonfly Dreams, and we're going to use this piece right here and the solid bee image. And then you'll notice the greeting at the bottom. So we're going to use this one, but you could certainly choose any greeting that you would like. Framelits, we're going to use Detailed Dragonfly, and we're going to use the bee here, okay? And then we'll also use Stitched Shapes, and we're going to use this circle right here. And if you count from smallest to largest, it's 1, 2, it's number 3 in the stitch shapes, okay? And so that's the size of that circle. All right, and of course we have to use the coordinating circle framelits to go with it, and we'll be using one of the scalloped edges, and it's really kind of hard to count these and figure out which scalloped circle, so you want it just a little bit bigger than your very vanilla circle. And then at the bottom you'll notice that this shape And this is from Project Life, and I guess I should look to make sure it's still current, but this is the piece that I'm using here, okay? So we're ready to get started, and we've got basic black for our card base, and this is Delightful Dijon, which is one of the end colors, and it's going to retire on May 31st of this year. So you're definitely going to want to pick some of this up before it retires. Okay, so we're going to use the Hexagon Embossing Folder. This is more of a three-dimensional embossing folder. And so it's a lot thicker than our standard embossing folders. And so I'm going to show you a few things that you'll want to do when using this. You'll want to get some water, and I just have mine in a squirt bottle. And I'm actually going to just squirt a little bit of water on the cardstock, okay? And then I'm going to insert it into the embossing folder and close it up. And then I want to show you what you'll need for the Big Shot. You're going to want to use your Big Shot platform, and then you will put your embossing folder down, and you will use one cutting pad. Now this is really important. This embossing folder is super thick. So if you put two cutting pads with this embossing folder, it's not going to roll through your Big Shot, and it could break it. So be sure that your platform, your Big Shot platform, embossing folder with your paper inside, and one cutting pad here. And then you'll roll that through the Big Shot. And then you will have your little Hexagon Delightful Dijon card layer. And you can even see here how this is kind of puffy on this side. So it definitely gives you more of a three-dimensional look. And it just looks really real. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to assemble this part. And I could actually use either side. Both sides are different. One's more three-dimensional than the other. This one's a little flatter. And then if you turn it over, then you'll see this side of it. So it's kind of hard to explain, but once you do this, you'll see the difference, and you can use either side depending on your project. I'm going to try and get this straight. Let's see here. And your Delightful Dijon, this is measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay. Alrighty. So we have that, and now we're going to do some stamping. Now, I normally recommend stamping on a sheet of Very Vanilla. I normally recommend stamping on a scrap piece of paper, in this case, Very Vanilla, and then cutting it out in your stitched shape circle. But today, since I know where my placement's going to be for my stamped images, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp on this, and it saves us a little time with the Big Shot. So I'm actually going to start with Sahara Sand, and remember, this is from Gorgeous Grunge, and I'm just going to very lightly stamp over my circle. And I'm hoping you can see that. Maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, and so now you'll see the Sahara Sand there. And then I'm going to take Delightful Dijon ink, and I've got these little spots here. They'll give it depth and a little bit of three-dimensional to that as well. I'm going to stamp off because my Delightful Dijon pad is pretty moist. It's got a lot of ink on it. And then right across the middle is where I'm going to put my spots, okay? And then while I have the Delightful Dijon ink out, let's go ahead and let's stamp our greeting, okay? And that's going to give me enough room that I'll be able to roll this through the Big Shot and cut that out. We have one more item to stamp. I almost forgot. We're going to ink up our little bee, And we're just going to stamp him right in the center, okay? And remember, we do have a bee going over that, okay? But I just want to give it a little bit of color under the wings. Okay, so now I think we can go ahead and tape our black scallop circle. And we'll tape that right here to the center. And then we're going to go ahead and pop this up on dimensionals. Oops, there we go. And we're going to peel this off. And I'll go ahead and zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to turn my circle at an angle, okay? So I'll do it just like that. And then I will go ahead and add my little bee, okay? And I'm just going to kind of curl his wings up a little bit. And he's really simple to attach. I'm going to use a glue dot. And I'm going to put it right in the middle of his body, okay? Just like that. And then I'm going to tape him right over the bee image that I stamped. And now you can see that by doing this, I've got a little bit of color on the body of the bee, okay? All right, and before we add this to the card, let's go ahead and we're going to get our little hexagons on. All right, I'm going to put one about right there. And I'm going to do another one. I think these are so cute, and it reminds me of the honeycomb. So I just couldn't resist that. All right, let's add a few dimensionals. I'll go ahead and add 3 since the embellishment may cause it to be a little heavy on the card. All right. And this is our Dragonfly Dreams card. And I think it is just perfect. So please let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much for buzzing by.